Hollywood!
The dancers rush to check in at the hotel.
You gotta be kidding me!
They will be split into 5 groups in 5 rooms to face 5 choreographers with 5 styles of dance. Lyrical contemporary, salsa, ballroom, and 2 very different forms of hip-hop. Next, it's Blake's turn to dance. We first met Blake in LA. He was already a professional dancer and blew the producers away with this audition. But when it comes to Blake's solo, Dan isn't sure that he's following the choreography.
Blake's got a little edge to him. He's got a little attitude. He needs to learn to pick up somebody else's style. Like, I like it. I mean, you're adding your own thing into it, which is great. So don't take this as a criticism. When we later go into like formations and stuff, and I'm going to want you guys to dance the same, I'm going to need you to do it more my way than yours, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Love your way,
Perfect.
but just when we go into groups like that. You understand what I mean? Yeah. I hate that kind of attitude. You know, on stage, sometimes that attitude is great. You know, on stage, a presence, a cocky presence can be great. But, you know, not in the classroom, not when you're teaching them. Don't be cocky, you know. I know you're good. You don't have to act like you're good. That's not important.
So I'm hanging out in the dance studio, and there's a bunch of magazines around, and all of a sudden, I just look over, and all of a sudden I see this on the bottom, and I was like, Blake McGrath, what? So I open up the page. Bah! Big story on Blake.
Apparently, some of the dancers had found a magazine that I had an article in, and I guess they found out that I've, you know, done a lot of professional dancing.
I think the best part about this is where it says nicknames. Blake Friedman, because his dancing resembles Ryan's. That's great, because Ryan Friedman is one of our choreographers.
4, 3.
I guess there was kind of a debate on whether or not they felt that I should be in the competition or not.
It's kind of like if Mariah Carey went to like American Idol. Like, why? You already have records, so why would you go there? So.
Yeah, a lot of groups. I get stuck in with this guy's group.
If that scares a couple of the other dancers, then so be it. You know what I mean?
Blake's experience may be causing problems for the other contestants. But come dinner time, the conversation is moved on to Blake.
As a roommate, he has just nasty ways. I don't know if I told y'all, but I went to the bathroom when I came in today, and I couldn't close the door because his drawers was hanging on the doorknob.
Ew!
No, he danced with Britney Spears, you know, and I actually went to him and was like, Blake, what are you doing at this competition?
I'm happy that I get to dance by a Britney Spears dancer. I mean, that just makes me want to work harder.
Say to Blake, I'm not saying anything bad about Blake.
We're sitting here having a conversation about this person. It must be bothering someone at this table. I'm asking why.
Let me make my
just said
point.
you weren't
If I was
so
talking
okay.
about my mom, does that mean I'm bothered by my mom?
Okay, I'll make it plain and simple for you. I'm not bothered by the fact that this boy has danced for Janet Jackson or Britney Spears. I don't even care. That's why I'm not mentioning it. But if you mention it, you must be bothered by it. And let me tell you why I'm not bothered by it. Because I'm gonna bring it. No matter if he dances for Britney or Jesus, I'm gonna dance.
Alan is Blake's roommate. And after dinner, he lets him know what people have been talking about.
Everybody was just, there are other people that are just feeling that maybe, you know, you shouldn't be in this competition because of your status here in the industry.
Oh, I can understand it. I mean, I understand that it's a competition, you know, and there's a lot of people that want to win the competition. And I'm going to do everything that I can to make sure everybody doesn't win the competition, except for me. Aeonis kind of has a hot temper sometimes.
Blake has a visitor waiting for him.
She is such a pumpkin. Oh my God.
And while Blake figures out how to smuggle his dog Pancake up to his room, one person is left behind.
My wake-up call never came through. Oh my gosh, I'm getting ready right now. I'll be down in 2 minutes.
Last night, 2 o'clock in the morning, the dog is right in front of me on the floor. And then, maybe about 2:15, starts to again.
Hi, Pancake. Alan's fine with me having my dog there.
And I see a pile of boo-boo. Boo-boo. Sitting in the front of the door.
I missed her, so I missed my little pup.
So I'm just stepping around different spots, and I stepped in some dog.
I don't think the hotel knows. I don't think they're allowed, but I kind of snuck her in.
He should be apologizing to me. I shouldn't really have to say anything to him.
Yeah, I'm late, and what?
Blake may have been in more of a hurry if he'd known that our executive producer, Nigel Lithgow, was about to talk to all of the group. As if Alan hadn't suffered enough in today's salsa class, Pancake's poops are just way too much for him to take.
I felt very violated, okay, because you didn't even talk to me about it, and this is, and in the morning, I gotta get up and go do the same thing you gotta do.
You do. And like, I wasn't even aware of the fact. I just thought he could have, like, I didn't even know. And again, it wasn't, if I hadn't have been so, I probably would have been up and in better control of things, and that wasn't my, you know, it's not like I wanted you to, I mean, of course, you know?
The dog's on the floor, like, in different spots, and I stepped in it literally this morning, like, several times.
All of that, like, I apologize for that, definitely.
But you messing up my opportunity by making me uncomfortable, and that's not cool.
I wouldn't want you to just not be able to sleep and get, you know, I want you to move on to the next round. Of course I do.
But, you know, I'm not...
It's fine. I understand that. I respect the fact that you're being real with me. You know what I mean? So, again, I apologize, and I'm sorry, and I want you to know that it won't happen again.
Apology accepted, most definitely.
So can we have a shake and make things better?
Most definitely. All right.
In Mia's room, someone was making a good impression.
I mean, I'm loving it. Every minute of it. She's so amazing. I love moving like that. I love her movement.
Hey, Blake, can I see you do by yourself?
I would be intimidated by Blake if I was any of these dancers here. He can be employed now. I hope that when they look at him dance, I hope that they learn what things are supposed to look like. Dancers can learn more from watching someone like Blake than actually learning from me.
You fill my heart with joy.
Mia liked inner feelings and used them in their performance. But no one was expecting Blake to go as deep as he did.
Blake, speak. Let it out. Move.
How loud you make me feel. I feel so dumb. What kind of fool am I?
It was so emotional that it began to affect everyone in the room.
Set me aside.
What we need to do is go through the whole list of the 50 dancers. So you've got to think we're cutting 50% of them out. I need 24 from you to choose from. And
It's now time for our 5 choreographers to decide who stays and who goes. After 2 hours of intense deliberation, the choreographers are ready to break the news. Next up, Blake.
All not made it into the next round. Blake, congratulations.
So Blake's the only one through, and Dan has some advice.
Blake, don't get too heady, okay? Cockiness is great on stage, but nobody wants to see that in the classroom or even in rehearsals.
Good luck.
So what did they tell you inside there?
Dan thinks that I was cocky in class, and really it's just confidence. And, you know, on one hand, I probably think that he's probably just a little bit jealous because to me, he's not that good.
Ouch.
Yeah, he's really not to me. So he might have just said it because of that, you know, for that reason.
Confident that he'd be right behind her.
I think I can. I'm gonna do everything that it takes to win this competition. This is something that I've been waiting for a long time.
He first expressed that confidence when he auditioned in Los Angeles.
And then there will be 10, and then there will be 5, and then there will be 3, and then there will be 1.
Some people may say overconfident.
I think actually if I was in the position to take on Dan's job, yeah, I think I'd be able to handle it no problem.
I think he's cocky as hell. I mean, it drives me nuts. I hate that kind of attitude. You know, on stage, sometimes that attitude is great, but, you know, not in the classroom.
He didn't come off cocky one bit to me. And back, forward, back, forward. That's okay. Try it again. Did he look good doing a foxtrot? Not really. Oh, you're opening your legs up.
Okay.
We got trouble.
Fine.
Holy moly. Whether he was kissing my ass or not, he made me like him.
And some were very enthusiastic.
He's really special, and he's highly trained, and he has his own voice, and he's amazing, really great.
What kind of fool am I? You so easily.
Hello.
Blake, you're a professional dancer, right?
Yes.
You've worked professionally on quite a few jobs.
Yes.
So one thing you know about the dance business is that it is a small, small world. You know that, right?
Yes.
And when you talk about people and you say things about people, it always gets back to them. Always. Did you know we were going to be reviewing the tapes from the show?
Dan thinks that I was cocky in class, and really it's just confidence. And, you know, on one hand, I probably think that he's probably just a little bit jealous because to me, he's not that good.
Do you know that I've heard everything that you've said about me? And I hear about how much you badmouth me? How smart is that?
Not very.
I'm a judge on the show. I mean, how smart is that? Does that make any sense?
Blake, I know that when I found this out, I was like, what did he do? That is the dumbest thing you could have done. It wasn't smart. And I hope that you never did that to me, because if you did, I would never have hired you. And you just have to know how bad that looks to a choreographer and to other choreographers if you do start to get the reputation for bad-mouthing them behind their backs, then they won't want to hire you.
I haven't hired dancers because of what other choreographers have told me about them and said, you know what, that's a nightmare. You do not want to work with them. And so you don't want to take that risk sometimes.
Blake, what I want you to know is anything that I said directly to you. I didn't say anything different on camera or off camera that I didn't say to your face. And anything I was saying to you was strictly constructive criticism. I'm just trying to help you. That's all. I think you are a great dancer. You really are. But like they said, attitude goes much further than danceability. It really, really does. If you were me, what would you do?
I understand how you're feeling, and again, I let my anger get the best of me sometimes, and I'm not always saying the smartest things, and I agree that I was very dumb and stupid, and that was bad on my part, definitely, so I have to apologize and say that I'm sorry.
You're going to get another shot. You're going through to the top 16, okay? And you're getting there on danceability. It's danceability because you're great. But just keep everything else in check.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Okay.
The tension could still be felt as Blake leaves. But it would soon be broken as he entered the winner's room. With the top 16 complete, the just 16 dancers are moving on to the next level of the competition.